One thing I would recommend here on your questionnaire, do you want me to make notes or? Okay. I would move this logo over here, move the text up here so that you can save space. All right. And here you have name and date. Think about any information any additional information that you would need about the teacher, about the context of the group, that would help you decide on who would be the best or participant for your study, and two, information that would help you or complement the other types of data collections that you're going to be doing. So,
for example, the time of experience the teacher has been working,
exactly.
The groups he has or she has, and the number of students, the level he considers they have.
That's the type of information. Okay. That would be kind of independent variables that you could include up here.
Experience.
Yeah, anything that you think is relevant, that you could later say, help you decide. Now, here you have your introduction. Okay. I would, just to save space, bring this up here. Now, how do students... Okay, so here, how do students...
This is like part of this question. What happens if the teacher is the person who assigned the roles?
Or just ask, how do you assign the roles when students work in teams? Do you place your students in their teams? Well, this is kind of... Okay. Do you place your students in teams, or do they organize themselves? Their teams themselves. So, do you place your students in teams, or do they organize their teams themselves? So you have a question here. What can you say about test-based learning in EFL classes? I would ask this first. And then, how do you implement test-based? And I would say, if applicable, porque tal vez no utiliza. If applicable, comma, how do you implement? So it would be, this is like question 1, and this would be question 2.
And so on.
So on. Do you have a comment about working in teams? Si es necesario. No, I don't think so. Porque aquí van a hablar of working. Now, I would ask a question here
instead of that,
instead of this one, about their willingness to participate.
Sure.
So, would you be willing to be observed in all the different data collection techniques that you plan on doing? Would you be willing for me to observe your class, for me to interview you or interview your students or apply questionnaires for this research? So, add
willingness.
Willingness question, Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And be specific about what
they
you're
want.
planning on doing. Because they may say, oh, I don't mind the interviews, but you can't interview my students because the parents,
Sure.
or whatever. So you know this at the very beginning. So when you're choosing teachers, you don't get into a situation where, oh, I can do this, I can interview, but I can't do this, or whatever. ¿Qué más? But yeah, I think everything else is fine. Go ahead and make the changes and start applying it to however many teachers that you can apply to.
Okay, with those changes, maybe today we'll start with the teacher in my school, and then with some classmates and some of the teachers who are also in staff.
Okay. And how many teachers do you think that you can apply this to? How many you're planning, more or less?
At least, 8.
Okay. Just look at the results. If you think that you have enough information to make a good decision, fine. If not, then you may need to apply it to a few more, right? But if you want to discuss your results from that, let me know. We can do that.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, whenever you have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Yes.
I checked my grade from my distribute, and I compared with the rubric you used.
Yes.
And there was part where I get a 0, and a 0 was not part of the grades from your rubric. There was just 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay.
Option number 1 said that this document does not contain anything about that item, and so I thought, well, I got a 0 instead of 1 at least.
Okay, let me double check here. Este, ¿verdad? Yeah, should be blank. Doesn't really affect anything, but is that what you're referring to? Or? Okay, the system, what I do is, and what I did was, see, like if I leave this blank, which is what I did, it automatically changes it to 0, but it doesn't affect your grade. It doesn't, I mean, it has not, how do I explain it? It's not a 0, it's like, it should be, I'm not considering that aspect. So don't look at the 0 and think that I'm grading or evaluating this, because I'm not evaluating the quality of research here. Okay, so I'm not evaluating this, so it's not like you're getting 0 out of 4. I'm not even considering that at this point. I'll consider it later.
But so far, the program does not consider that as part of the average?
No. I mean, I'm not assessing. You're going to be assessed in the at the end on May 23rd. Okay, and los señalados, cuando ellos están checando así todo, sí van a incluir este.
Pero que aparezca ahí el 0, ¿no lo está promediando y automáticamente el programa?
No, esa parte. Como en el sistema no es no está en este. Yo estoy con este calificación aquí, o los puntos aquí, refiere a estas, lo que tienen como este y todo lo demás, menos este. Pero este sí, todo eso. Y hay algunos que tienen más peso de otros, basado en los pesos ¿verdad?
Porque lo quise promediar sin ese manualmente.
Pero
creo que sí era otra.
Ajá, sí, es otra, porque no, el peso es diferente. El peso como, por ejemplo, ese es 10%, ese es 20%, ese es 5%.
Entonces se supone que todos tenemos que tener ese 0 ahí.
Así es. Pero no es 0, es decir, como 0 para bajar el puntaje. ¿Sí? Ajá.
Será mi pregunta.
Ah, ok. Bueno.
Entonces, si puede ya mañana traigo unos 2 o 3 para la hora de mi
Tutoring session.
tutoring session.
Okay.
Yes.
Bueno.
Thanks.
Muy bien.
Thanks.
All right, you're welcome.